Tired of the everyday grind? Want to get away from it all?
Descend into paradise.
Florida.
Greetings, everybody, from sunny Florida. Here's wishing you the best of everything. And it's my personal belief that the best of everything comes from right down here.
Well, hey, everybody, this is Steph from JustADayInParadise.com, and thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Just a Podcast in Paradise. Me and the Dip crew love living in the Sunshine State, and it's our goal to help you plan for your very own day in paradise. Follow along as we explore the Keys, theme parks, springs, and everything in between. As you know, we're always going to have a drink for you, and today we've teamed up with our friends at Papa's Pilar and Shaker and Spoon to bring you an avocado colada. Be sure to check out our Patreon for digital downloads of our favorite recipes that incorporate our favorite rum. We're ready if you are, so kick up your feet, throw on your shades, and let's take a trip to paradise. Well, this is our first official episode of 2021, and as promised, we have an absolutely action-packed show for you today. As we've talked about before, Florida is the theme park capital of the world. In 2018, 87.5 million people came from all over the world to visit our 8 largest parks, with the two kings of the kingdom, Universal and Disney, constantly competing for our attention, attendance, and of course, money. There's always something new and thrilling on the horizon. So in today's episode, we're going to break down some of what is scheduled to open in 2021 at all of your favorite parks, compliments of our special guest, and then stay tuned for the last half of the show, where we have quite a treat lined up for you today. All this and more after the break. Okay, Garrett, it's time for bed.
No. Wait. Can you tell me a story first?
All right, one story, and then it's nighty-night for you. Do you remember the one about Meggie Locks and the 3 cocktails?
Oh my gosh, I love this one.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Meggie Locks. She went for a walk on the beach. Pretty soon, she came upon a tiki bar. She sat down in the bar, and immediately she was served 3 beautiful cocktails. Meggie Locks can never resist a free drink. She tasted the first one and realized the straw was plastic.
No, plastic is terrible for the environment. I can't drink this.
So, she tasted the second drink.
Gross. The straw's all soggy and all I taste is paper.
So, she tasted the last cocktail.
This hay straw is perfect.
She said happily and enjoyed the rest of her delicious margarita. Well, Garrett, what's the moral of the story?
That when you use hay straws, all natural, 100% biodegradable, gluten-free, and never soggy straws, you're actually doing your part to help take care of our planet. They can be tossed right in the compost bin after and will break down naturally and return to the circle of life.
That's right, big guy.
Good night, Steph.
Good night, Garrett. We can all sleep a little easier thanks to hay straws. Visit haystraws.com to find out more. All right, everybody, welcome back from our break. We wanted to introduce you to our special guest for this week's show. We have Matt Roseboom, who is the owner, editor, and publisher of Attractions Magazine. In 2007, after working for the New York Times Company and selling 2 community newspapers right here in Southwest Florida, he started the publication. He now runs Attractions Magazine with his wife, Jackie, and son, Quinn, from their home in Orlando. Attractions Magazine is offered in print and online and covers theme parks and attractions worldwide. With a website, YouTube, and huge social media presence, you are sure to learn everything you need to know about traveling to and visiting some of your favorite parks. So, greetings, Matt. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
Absolutely. We're excited too. And before I go nuts picking your brain, I'd love to learn a little bit more about you. So tell us why you started Attractions Magazine in the first place.
Well, as you said, I had a couple community papers and I sold those and had a non-compete in Southwest Florida. So we're like, if I want to start a publication business, I have to move or wait a few years for it to run out.
Right.
And we did theme parks, and we would actually lived on Marco Island, and we drove up quite often, at least like once a month if we could, to the theme parks, and always hated that drive back. Like, oh, we gotta go back home.
Yep, same.
And so we saw that as an opportunity to move up here and start our own publication up here. So that's what we did. And with newspapers, we're covering everything, from good news, but also city council meetings, some things that aren't so much fun. So we're like, let's just cover fun things.
Yeah, attractions, especially in the Orlando area, are a lot more fun than city council meetings, especially in Southwest Florida. But yeah, it's a small world. We're based out of Naples. We do all of our operations here. We have the studio here. So we know a lot about that drive. And of course, the drive back where you're like, gosh, I just want to live there. So what do you think it's been a benefit actually living in Orlando versus just traveling there as often as you could?
Yeah, I guess, people that either live here or even get a job at the parks, they're like, is it going to ruin it for me? Am I going to hate going there because I'm there so much? And it hasn't ruined it for us. We still love it. And we go, a couple times a week. We're not like we're there every day, but we're all to just be able to run down the street. And nothing against Naples and Marco Island. It's a beautiful area, but there's just not as much to do because up here with the parks, they're always having a food festival or music concerts, or of course less going on right now with the pandemic. But it just seems back there, I would just want to be back up here. So
yeah, I definitely envy you, especially when it comes to the food scene. I could live at Epcot in the World Showcase and just eat it there every day.
and my wife and I are not beach people or and not water. Go out on a boat or any people. So that's one of the big draws thing down where you're at is the ocean and everything right there. But we'd rather just come to the theme park.
Very cool. So I know that you are the expert on things attractions, and you kind of mentioned the tribulations of the pandemic, and theme parks have taken a huge hit, especially Disney, because of the huge crowds that they draw. And so many attractions had been announced that we were excited about in 2020. And there's a lot now that it seems like is on the horizon. So I was hoping you could share with us what's coming to Florida parks in 2021 that you would say you're most excited about.
Yeah, I would start with by saying these are things they've announced are coming for 2021, but as you know, things can change any minute, and we look like we're on the good track to opening things, completely back up to normal by the end of the year, hopefully. But I'll say with the exception that these things may not happen, exactly when they say. But there is a lot. Like you said, some of the things are postponed. One is big one is at Epcot. They have expanding their France area, and they have the Remy's Ratatouille ride coming, and that would have been open by now, but it still looks like it's about to open any day now. Haven't given a date. They said it's opening this year, so we expect that sooner than later. And then I think every park has something coming. Legoland has a new water ski show. There's a Jurassic Park roller coaster coming to Universal. Busch Gardens has a big coaster coming. Iron Gwazi SeaWorld here has a coaster coming as well. So I think every theme park, because of this, they've had these things ready to go, or gave them more time to work on them, and now they're able to open them this year, hopefully.
Yeah, and it seems like you said, like Remy's Ratatouille Adventure seems the thing that is closest on the horizon. I know we've seen a lot of shots of Gusteau's from the France Pavilion, and of course the creperie that is coming just outside. Mm-hmm. So what do our listeners need to know about that particular attraction from your experience?
Well, they have the exact same ride in France at Disneyland Paris. So I've had the chance to ride it a few times when I was out there. And it's a fun ride. It's a family ride. It's a 3D ride. It's I don't know if you know that it's like a trackless ride system, meaning the ride isn't on a track, but it is programmed to go certain directions and some fast areas, but not too fast, and some spinning around, and large, huge props in there that makes it seem like you're the size of a rat and you're scurrying around the kitchen and being chased around, and the 3D effects. So it's a mix of the big props and then some screens where you pull up and watch like a 3D movie as you move around in your vehicle. So it makes it feel like you're actually in the scene. And but it is family friendly, so I think every member of the family should be able to ride it. I don't remember if it has a minimum, but if it does, it's very, very small. But so, and then like you said, it's not just the ride though. We're getting the whole area, which includes the crepe restaurant, which is, I believe it's a sit-down restaurant, and they're going to have some savory crepes as well. Over at Universal, they recently opened a crepe stand at Universal Studios, and it's been a huge hit. There's long lines every day.
That's a good sign.
Crepes. Yeah, so good sign for them. I expect the same thing there in France.
Yeah, so since you brought up Universal, I know you kind of touched on the newest coaster, the Velocicoaster, and Universal has such a way of teasing us, I think, along the way as they launch new attractions. So what sets this apart from a typical roller coaster?
It's going to be a thrilling one. It's going to be right up there with the Incredible Hulk, if you've been on that one or seen it.
Oh, yeah, I love that one.
So it's going to have some upside down. It's also going to have a fast launch takeoff. I think there's a couple of launches during the ride. And it goes out over the water behind the Jurassic Park area, and a huge drop. I can't remember how tall it is, a couple hundred feet, I think. So it's going to be for the people who like the thrills. And there's also a couple of, I know we've seen them loading in a couple of raptors, a couple of dinosaurs that are going to be seen along the track. And some of the guys, people from the actors from the movie, are going to be redoing some lines for this ride. So
that's neat. I didn't know that. I had heard about the Raptors being a part of the attraction, but not the actors. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard and I think one other person are going to be doing new lines or new scenes. Actually, it'll probably be a video that you see either on the ride or as you're getting on the ride. It's interesting that they've this ride is going to be themed after Jurassic World when the rest of the land is themed after Jurassic Park,
right?
Which is the older franchise. So we're still don't know how they're going to, explain that as you come into the land. But
right, I wonder if the rest of the land will get a refresh at some point.
Yeah, the Jurassic Park, the River Adventure, the drop boat ride in California did get a retheme to Jurassic World, so I'm expecting, they haven't announced anything, but I'm expecting they'll probably do the same here and just turn the whole land into Jurassic World at some point, but we'll see.
Yeah, neat. I've got my fingers crossed. And since we're talking about roller coasters, I know you touched on also the Iron Gwazi that is coming to Busch Gardens. I've heard that's actually going to be the tallest roller coaster in North America.
Yeah, I believe it is. Let me see my stats here. Let's see where I have it. Yeah, tallest hybrid coaster and fastest steepest hybrid coaster. And what they mean by hybrid is it's a mix of steel and wood. So, and then all the theme parks like to call their whatever ride the tallest or the fastest. Right. So you always have to read every single word. Okay, it's the tallest fine print. Hybrid coaster, not the tallest coaster. But it's still going to be, really crazy tall. It's 200 feet as well, over 200 feet. And it's the old Gwazi ride, which had a bad reputation. It was only wooden when it was open before. And it was really rough. It had a bad reputation of being really rough. But this is almost a completely new ride. I wouldn't even, the track layout is different and everything. They've used some parts of the old ride, but it's mostly a brand new ride. So, of course, I haven't ridden it yet, but we expect it to be really smooth. and really crazy.
Yeah, I can remember riding that as a kid, and you get off and you feel like you're vibrating because you've been jostled around so much.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And I know, we've talked about a lot of roller coasters, and I think for a lot of people, especially, adolescents, that's kind of like the draw, what brings families to the parks are the coasters. But I think the word attraction can mean different things to different people. So there's a lot on the horizon, and I wanted to get your take. So do you think food is an attraction?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. That's a huge role. We when we started the magazine, we actually started as Orlando Attractions magazine, and we just covered things in Orlando, and then we kind of branched out, and we were getting some invites to Disneyland, and we're like, well, let's expand this. We dropped Orlando, and we kind of cover all attractions everywhere now, but expand the word attraction even more. We do cover like restaurants if they're in tourist areas, but we definitely cover crazy new foods and things like that, because attraction to people is anything.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sometimes we make a decision as to what park we're going to visit for the day based on what's on the menu for today. So I can totally relate to that. And, I've heard a little bit about Space 2020 and the Roundup barbecue that was supposed to be coming to Toy Story Land. Do you think those are still, maybe on track for 2021, or have they been postponed at all? What's your take?
Yeah, I'm not sure about Toy Story one, if that one's going to make it this year or not. I would say it could make it by the end of the year, but they haven't really given a date on that. And the Space 20 at Epcot is going to be a really fun restaurant, it seems, but that one's been continually pushed. I've seen photos from the inside ready to open, so I think a lot of attractions didn't here, whether we're talking about roller coasters or restaurants, open, but they were ready to. They're just, it's like, do we open it? Because with a new whatever restaurant or attraction, that's your big push. That's your big marketing push for the next few months. And why waste that right now when a lot of people are can't come or don't want to come and have to wear the mask at the park or whatever. So I think it's 220 ready to open. I think they're just holding it until they feel it's the right time. Whereas the Woody's Roundup, their barbecue restaurant, is still under construction. So I think that one's a little bit further out.
Yeah, and that brings up a really good point because, up until now, I can't think of anything outside of maybe the festivals that are in and out that are actually, new for visitors. So it's not like people are congregating in one area specifically outside of maybe Rise of the Resistance. And so I think you're right. If you open this attraction, a restaurant or whatever it is, and you're not fully prepared for the crowds, or maybe you're not fully prepared to close suddenly, that could really, really ruin the launch or the grand opening.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not only do they not want to, ruin their chance to really promote it, but then they also have to figure how are we going to handle all the people that's going to want to see the attraction and the crowds it's going to create, and do we want bad publicity from a photo of people standing shoulder to shoulder trying to get into someplace?
Yeah.
Right now. So. Yeah,
good point. So it kind of brings up a little bit of a tangent, but we've talked about, we've been covering the theme park closures since the beginning. We've visited several times since the parks have opened. I can't say enough about everything that the parks have done, really, regardless of how you feel about the safety protocols. There's really no denying that all the parks have gone above and beyond to make sure that everybody feels safe and comfortable. And there really hasn't been any bad news that I've heard coming out of the parks as far as safety. Do you have any, insight, or how do you feel that Universal and Disney have really executed on the safety?
Yeah, there's been, there things on social media of, look at this crowd here. Look, Disney didn't spread here when this parade float went by. The parades aren't going on, but they have random floats coming once in a while. But beyond that, done an excellent job. I think, especially Disney and Universal are both on par with each other. These rules for wearing masks and markers on the ground and all that, but they enforce them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas SeaWorld and Busch Gardens have all those same rules, but they're not as great with the enforcement. I think the part of to enforce it as well as the parks do, just because they're not as big parks and as much money as the other parks to afford the thing. So I go a little less to SeaWorld and Busch Gardens nowadays. I'll still go, but I'll go after when I know it's not. There are a lot of people walking around with their masks off, and it's not comfortable for myself at least.
Right.
And then and it's even taken a different stance in that they only require masks indoors and on rides. So you're free to walk around Legoland without a mask at all, which our family is not comfortable with. I'm sure some other people are, that might be a draw for them.
Right.
That part. But for myself, it's not. So if you're into being safe as you can and wearing the mask the whole time and everybody around you wearing them, go to Universal or Disney. If you don't like the mask as well and you don't worry about catching it, then go to Legoland. For right now, that's been pretty consistent with those parks since they reopened.
I think that's a good tip because, like you said, people are kind of coming from different perspectives or different levels of wanting to be cautious. So I think it's good to know that if you are concerned, that Disney and Universal are definitely the place to be. And I'm sorry, I was going to say, and nowadays there's people who are getting their second vaccination, and right.
Maybe you want to go somewhere where you don't have to wear them. Go wherever.
Right, exactly. Especially being outside. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. I've never been to Legoland, but I know I have to get out there. I heard the Ninjago ride is pretty neat.
Yeah, and it's a fun one, and then they have a few coasters that have an indoor shooting ride, target ride that is one of my favorites. But it's geared towards kids, but adults have this is there, especially their mini land area. It's a huge area of all these buildings, and they build out of Legoland miniature buildings. It's really fun. Cool. And the new thing they're adding, it's out in the sun, and they're adding shade over the mini land area, so you can enjoy it in the heat of the summer.
Yeah. Sometimes I think when the engineers build these parks, they forget that it gets 110 degree heat index, in the middle of summer. So yeah, that's awesome, especially for the little ones. So that's a perfect segue. With all these things coming, we want to think about like who should be the most excited about everything. So especially with your perspective of, kind of looking at holistically all the attractions around the world. If you're a theme park lover, where do you think Florida ranks on the must-visit spots this year?
Oh, I mean, Florida is Orlando first and foremost, but then Florida is the theme park capital of the world. If you're a theme park fan, you got to come to Florida. The other places are, I guess, California would be next, but then after that, like Tokyo has a Disney park, and Paris and all those places, and Osaka has the Universal Park, which is a big draw this year because they're opening the first Super Nintendo World.
That's right.
Which is a huge draw, but it's coming to Orlando. Just we don't know when or where. That's another project that got completely put on hold. Was a brand new theme park Universal was building.
Mm-hmm. That's Epic Universe, right?
Yeah, and we expected the Super Nintendo World to go in there. Now we don't know if it's going to still be in there, when that's going to be built or anything. But yeah, Florida's a place to come for theme parks. That's for sure.
I was hoping you'd say that, Matt. That's good. That's awesome, and I totally agree.
And especially right now, I feel so bad for people in California who are theme park fans because the governor has not let them open any theme parks. So Disneyland, Universal, Legoland, they're all closed down. And it's just so weird to be able to go to the theme parks here. And like I said, at Disney or Universal, and you feel so safe because you got your mask on. I've been going at least once or twice a week since it started and since the parks reopened. and my family as well, and none of us have gotten sick. And just out in California, they're not open, but I think the masks work.
Yeah, and I keep saying that we're so lucky to be here where, everything has still been, regulated and safe, and I even feel that people that are coming to visit are totally safe. But when you think about it, some of the rest of the country, especially around theme parks, has been totally shut down for almost a year now.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy, yeah.
Kind of looking into the future, what do you think the future is for theme park attractions? Do you think it's going to be those trackless dark rides? Do you think it's going to be more, integrating technology like AI or VR? What do you see on the horizon?
Well, that's one of the things I haven't gotten to ride yet is the Super Nintendo world in Japan has had some soft openings already, and when their Mario Kart ride uses AR, which is you wear these glasses, so you still see through them like regular glasses, everything around you, but it inserts characters along the track.
Oh, that's so cool.
With you as you go. So it's a regular like 3D type glasses in VR where you're totally immersed thing. So I know for a while there, VR was being added to all these roller coasters. SeaWorld here and the smaller park here, Fun Spot had one, and it's kind of all died off. People, wrote it and was like, "Okay, that's neat," but I just want to ride the roller coaster.
Right.
That's something they thought was, the next big thing, and it wasn't. But I think the AR in certain situations will be something that'll take off. Other than that, the Rise of Resistance ride is the latest ride that everybody has to ride, and it mixes, dark ride and dark set things, and it mixes a drop like Tower of Terror a little bit. It mixes, screens, and the screens are, of course, only getting better and more realistic. So you're looking out when you're looking at a screen. And then there's things also, I think Disney's starting to the magic bands, the technology, but the only reason that's happening is because it's all built into your cell phone nowadays.
Right.
So the personalization that they promised with the magic bands of maybe the characters knowing your name, or so certain rides your name would pop up on a screen went by in the small world. I think still coming. It's just not going to happen through the magic bands. I think it'll be some kind of connection through the app, the theme park apps and that stuff.
Yeah,
and of course, roller coasters are always here, and the big roller coaster, Universal Open Hagrid ride, and the reason that people love that kind of mixed the two. It's got characters and animatronics along the ride, it's slow parts, and it's got the fast thrills as well. So I think it's about mixing different rides together to get a full experience.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you bring up too. Utilizing the technology that we have. I mean, everybody has a cell phone, and I think Disney's done a great job of sort of integrating how you can interact with the parks through their app, like the Play Disney app and some of the things that we've seen at Galaxy's Edge. Because I think at the end of the day, you're not going to take phones out of people's hands. So the more that you can figure out how to integrate that into the overall experience of whatever land you're in or whatever park you're in, I think that would be interesting to see in the future.
Yeah, and there's already apps that use AR technology where you can hold up your phone and you see through it like a video, but it inserts characters in there, and I'm sure they can do that more and more in Universal. And for a while there, the thing was all interactive queues. All the queues and the lines for all the rides need to have something for people to do while they're in line.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, cell phones took off, and they're like, well, people are ignoring the things we put in because they're on their phone playing games. So let's come out with the Disney Parks app where you can answer trivia questions about the line as you're going through. So they're definitely adapting to the phones and people's behavior.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to see what's next. So before I let you go, is there any IP that you wish would be brought to some of the Florida parks, or maybe an experience that you've had abroad on a particular ride that you really wish was here?
It's funny. Our latest to the Matter issue, we have a guy that writes a top 10, and this article is the top 10 international attractions he'd like to see brought to Orlando. So there's quite a few in there, but most of them, they're not really like better ways of doing the ride. Pirates of the Caribbean ride is so different in Shanghai Disney that using like technology and screens and everything mixed in, and that's something. But as far as an IP, I mean, the only thing I can think of, and it's not really because of a ride or an attraction. It's just because of love of the IP. The Marvel, of course, which is owned by Disney Universal, which is a discussion. But we don't have any DC characters for comics, so no Wonder Woman, no, Superman and Batman.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
love to see
true.
that brought
The Justice League.
The Six Flags park have them, but if you've been to a Six Flags park, they're not like a Disney park. They're more of an amusement park where they'll call a roller coaster Wonder Woman roller coaster, but all that means is her picture's on the wall.
Right, yeah.
It's not really, you're not really entering the Wonder Woman superhero world or Superman. I'd love to see one of the parks. One of the ones I've always, which has now happened, is Sesame Street. They've had Sesame Street characters for a while, but now we got a whole Sesame Street land at SeaWorld, which is really neat. And on a normal day, without COVID and the parade like that. So that's one that I always wanted to happen, and it did. So you never know.
Yeah, I can remember I used to live up north, and I forget where it was, maybe Virginia, but we used to go to Sesame Place. And I know that was like when you're a kid and you see like Elmo and Grover running around, that's all you need.
Yep. and adults too.
Right, that's true. Yeah. Now if we see Big Bird at the parks, we're like,
Grover.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. I think that's what I know I love about going to the parks and revisiting them all the time, is that you get to act like a kid, and you get to enjoy all the thrills, and you get to kind of let go of everything that's going on in your life and just have unabashed fun. So I appreciate you so much coming on this week's episode and joining us and sharing with us all of your insight. And I know that our listeners are going to be dying to get into this magazine and dig a little bit deeper. So tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
All right. Well, our main to find us is our website, which is attractions.com, and then we're on all the socials. So at Attractions on Twitter, everywhere else we're at Attractions. We're on YouTube. We have a big presence, a big channel, and everywhere else. And then besides our online, we post multiple stories per day on our website. But then we have a magazine that comes out 4 times a year. It's an actual physical magazine that's mailed to your house, and that exclusive stories that you can find on our website where we can depth. We have an interview every year, a review of a restaurant, a review of a resort, and then of course all the latest news on all the latest attractions that are opening. So if you head to Attractions Magazine, read all about it, get that. And attractionsmagazine.com.
Perfect. There you go, guys. Check out attractionsmagazine.com. I love that you guys are still sending out a physical publication, because I think there's nothing like holding a magazine in your hand and flipping through all the articles. So that's super cool. Thank you again, Matt. And we will be in touch. We'd love to have you on again.
Sure. No problem. It was fun.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your time with Matt as much as I did. Such a cool guy. And now, as promised, I've got a little treat for you. This has never been done in the history of the show, but I figured it's 2021 and we've got to go big. So for the first time ever, we have the entire Dip crew on the show with us. Hi, everybody.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Hello
This
there.
is a recipe for someone to get in a car accident that's listening while they're driving. But we're gonna try to do our best. So let's go around, because it's been a while since we've all talked together. So maybe since this is all about attractions, we'll just go around really quick say your name and your favorite attraction right now in the state.
That I had to know that.
You
I'm
know,
not prepared
I
to
think you
know
know your
that.
name. Just say whatever comes to your head. It's just word association.
I have no clue.
What? You don't have a clue?
Too much pressure.
I know
I
that you.
have
I know that you.
No, I have one. Yeah. I
Okay,
guess.
go.
My favorite attraction is at Volcano Bay.
I knew it was going to be Volcano Bay.
And it's not the lazy river, but the crazy river.
Yeah, that is awesome.
River Rapids. River Rapids.
Who is this that's speaking? You know what? You never.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alyssa Barcarolo, date of birth. No.
Yeah,
I
social
just want to
security number.
say that SeaWorld's Aquatica did the River Rapids first.
Which is super fun.
This is an updated operation.
It's probably better.
I love it.
I do like when I'm at a water park and I feel like I might drown. Like
That's
it's
it.
close.
Get you in there.
Right on the edge.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Like I want to know that I'm sort of safe, but
Like the wave
also
pool.
I could still drown if the circumstances were.
And you'll lose
right.
something. An article of clothing, necklace.
child.
A drink. A
Yeah.
child.
Ideally, a child, if
Right.
we're lucky.
Like, oops, I don't know where they went. All right, who's next?
Okay, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks. Favorite would probably be, and it's kind of lame, but I just love it, is the Montu at Busch Gardens.
That is
Oh
not
no, that's not lame. I
It's
love
such
that.
a nice ride.
That was
It's
one of
so
my favorite
nice.
coasters.
That was my first roller coaster.
so
First
good.
roller coaster,
Really?
It
inverted
was.
coaster. Your first one. That's pretty.
I was
that's
crying.
pretty
There's
scary.
a tear coming out. I swear in the picture.
I rode that ride front row one time in the pouring down rain.
That would be fun.
And no, it hurt.
Yeah,
was
all
very
the
painful.
all the drops. Lauren, you live right by there. When's the last time you've been on?
Oh my gosh, I know it's been a while. It's been a couple years, but no, yeah. Speaking of Busch Gardens, on like their cheetah hunt ride, I'm like that's definitely one of my favorites
That is a good one.
because they have the like
0 to
accelerations
60.
and all that.
Yeah. So I love when a roller coaster doesn't just try to like fling you all over the place,
Yeah.
but like you feel like there was intention behind the movements.
Yes.
You know, it feels like you're a crazy cheetah. You know,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. On
That's a
that.
good one.
I haven't been on that one in a long time,
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
but we're going in 2 weeks.
We are.
What?
And I'll go next.
Oh,
Because I'm afraid that Garrett's going to say the same one as me.
I know what
So
she's
I'm
gonna
gonna
say.
put it
I
out
know
there.
what she's gonna say.
So no, you don't.
I do.
My name is Megan.
Hi, Megan.
And my favorite is going to have to be Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure.
Okay, do you like the driver's seat or the little
So you
sidecar?
definitely want to be in the driver's seat. It's a very different experience because you can hold on to the like bike handles and you just feel like really cool.
Yeah.
But what I think is the best part about it is that it's so smooth. Like, you know, like roller coasters, like, like bumpy.
Yes.
Like, you're like, brr. It's not like that at all. It's super fast. It's super smooth.
I know you
And
guys
then
can't
there's
see Megan, but she's on a
animatronics,
roller coaster.
you know?
Yes.
And so it's like an interactive roller coaster, and it's
is
so
cool.
fast. And it's like there's some surprises in store. I don't want to spoil it, but you'll definitely experience something that has never been done before on a roller coaster. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is,
So get on it.
It is one of my favorites. Hi. I'm
Hi, Garrett.
How you doing? And my favorite attraction, honestly, still to this day, it's Revenge of the Mummy. You know,
Ooh,
Ooh,
good
that
one.
is a good one.
Oh, that
is a good
it's
one.
like
Yeah.
there's a story.
Yep.
Like, if you actually like go through
Yeah.
the queue and actually like pay attention to the queue, like it all like comes together.
Mhm.
Like it's
That is a really
it's
good
so
one.
It is.
Nice
and
choice.
and the whole thing is around them doing a documentary about the making of the mummy.
Right.
But
Which
it's
is like
real.
it's like Inception because it's like the theme
Yeah,
of the park
exactly.
is like you're on a studio and then you're like in the movie but also still in the park and then there's fire. I can
You're
never
gonna
be
almost
mad.
feel like you're gonna be
Hot.
burnt.
Literally.
I love an indoor roller
So
coaster.
good.
it
Yeah,
was,
me too.
it's a lot of fun.
Wow, I didn't see that one
forgot
coming.
about that
Nice
one.
job. Okay, so for this segment, we're gonna need our imaginations. That's
the sound of
my imagination horn. We've been talking a lot about the cool new attractions coming to Florida this year, but if you're like me, you can see a scene from a movie and be like, "Oh my god, that would make an amazing ride." Or you're like, "Why doesn't this character have an attraction?" So today, I'm giving you guys all the keys to the kingdom and writing you a blank check. So I want to know what you would each do if you could design your own unique attraction. So we're playing game time. All right, so we're going to go around the virtual table and we're going to have, or well, I'm going to have each of you pitch me your idea And it's my game, my rules. Whoever I like the best, that's the winner.
I have 3.
I like it.
Garrett has 3.
Sound good?
So maybe we'll let you go last.
You
And
can
then
just
you
pick your favorite.
Well, actually, I have 2.
No, you only get 1 entry.
Okay.
Fine.
So, wow, no pressure. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll just go first.
Okay. Alyssa, please, the floor.
All right. So, I don't have anything formally typed up
That's
or, anything like that. But
That's okay. Just paint a picture.
Here's my pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Dip drones.
Okay. I'm listening.
Imagine being in any theme park, having an app on your phone where you can just call your own drone to bring you a drink
Okay.
whenever you want, wherever you are.
So you're in the park.
In the park.
So this is interesting. Okay, so this is like a butler of sorts?
Correct. It's kind of like having one of those little wristbands and, but it's on your phone and there's like a menu on there. You can choose your own
I really
little
like that.
dip drinks or dip teenies or,
Whatever you need.
Whatever you need.
A dip towel, because you
And-
just came out of the crazy river.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the drone will just locate your location on your phone and bring it right to you.
I really love that because, first of all, I love opulent levels of service. But second of all, I don't want to wait in line with other sweaty tourists.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's my favorite part.
So you just have it come and
I'm that sweaty tourist.
be out your hand. I think they're sort of already doing something like that with PhotoPass in Disney, right?
They are, yeah.
Right? Like there's
It's pretty darn cool.
If you have a magic band, they upload photos for you automatically. Like they know who you are. They have your photo.
Right.
And now you
It's a
have it
little
too.
scary because
It's
you'll be on the
weird.
rise like, oh, your photo's ready to look at.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't scan anything.
Well, during quarantine, like hard right turn, my Disney PhotoPass updated me and they're like, since you're probably alone and depressed, do you want to look at the pictures from the last time you were in the park? It didn't say it like that, but it basically tried to get me to buy pictures that I didn't buy last time that I was actually there. But that's a really good idea. And the Magic Band is already built into the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. You don't even need an app.
Whatever they want to do. The
Yeah, that's legit.
wristband.
Wow. I
Yeah.
love that. Well done. Let's give a little
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
in the headphones. That sounds like something else. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
What, Steph?
Megan and Garrett, stop.
Ew,
please.
guys. What?
We can't. We don't have.
I know.
phones.
Just use your
What does
imagination.
it sound like? No. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Alyssa. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay, Megan.
And I think that my idea for a ride is so good that it's probably already in the works.
Okay.
And if it's not in the works, I either want a check or a job. So
Okay.
just at the table. You've been on 3 Caballeros.
The 3 caballeros, 3 gay caballeros. Goes like that?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Perfect.
So that's in Mexico. Recently, there was a Pixar animated film
Called Coco.
called Coco
Mhm.
that celebrated Mexico and the Dia de los Muertos.
Yep.
And it was
I love
full
your
of
accent.
Color. Thank
Uh-huh.
you. It was full of color and the
What was that?
I forgot what they're called. I looked it up.
Oh my god.
The
The
flowers?
spirit animals. Anyway.
Oh, they're Zoloquinches. No, that's
Nope.
the dog. They're alebrijes.
Alebrijes.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So
How did you get that?
it's already like a river ride.
Yes.
Imagine a Dia de los Muertos river ride with glowing animals and neon lights. So I'm not sure how they could do this. Maybe with the Pepper's Ghost effect. But I
Okay.
think it would be really cool is if as you go through it, they're projecting skeleton bones on you. The longer you're on the ride, the more you look like you're becoming part of.
You're turning
Day of the
into.
Dead.
Have you guys
I
seen the movie?
love that. No, I
Oh
haven't
my
seen
god,
it.
it's so
I
good.
cried.
That's part of it.
I cry every time.
I cried so much.
Yeah.
That's why I don't watch it. I don't want to
So
cry.
No,
Can I speak?
Sorry.
He's a human child that goes into the Day of the Dead, where the spirits live. And the longer he's there, the more he's turning into a skeleton.
Yes.
So it would be full of color, really pretty, on a river.
All the best
And
music.
you know the little gold petals, they can have that all in the water. I have
Yes.
a lot of creative ideas.
Yeah.
Disney, if you need my contact information.
Well, actually, in fairness, it's such a good idea that it's rumored to already be happening.
Is it?
Yes,
So I said it must
100%.
already be in the works because it's obvious.
The only thing I feel personally, if they're gonna reuse that same ride track, I don't think they could do all the cool things that you're talking about. They'd have to
actually-
completely demo it and start over.
Which is fine.
I still want it to be a river ride though. I don't know why.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think it should be a river ride too.
Yeah, and like when you go into the afterlife, there could be like a drop.
Yes,
you know,
that'd be
cool.
Yeah.
No, I love that. And then when you get out, you can eat like tacos and stuff.
Yes.
And tequila. Don't forget the
and
tequila.
tacos, and then also tequila. I think that's great. Any attraction that dumps me out into a tequila bar, I'm all about.
Or just call the drone up.
Right? Like, oh, there's a line at the cantina.
I'll take a shot.
Drone, por favor. Yeah. And he's like, your tequila is here. And then he leaves. I like how you're keeping the momentum around your idea. That's smart. Okay. So it's between you guys. Who's next?
I mean, I can go next.
Sarah's ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. So Sarah has, in true Sarah fashion, sent me a song that is supposed to be dubbed over her pitch. So let's, Sarah, please.
We got had props.
Here we go.
This is so. Are you singing the lyrics to the song? Or are you the vocalist?
No, it's just to sell it.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel it? How the intense the music is?
Yes.
I wish you did.
No, I can't hear it. What's the name?
Hold on.
Okay, so anyone that can hear this music right now and is a true fan knows that this is the theme song of Amazing Race. I am now a newfound, devoted fan of The Amazing Race, and I would like to pitch an Amazing Race attraction / show.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I like it. No
So-
one went show yet. Sorry, I'm excited.
So I went a little overboard and got extremely specific. I'm sorry.
No, yes. I want to know everything.
Okay.
I'm just going to sip my avocado colada while you talk about it.
Okay, let's embark. It's getting intense. I love it. And you can turn it off whenever you want.
Oh,
True fans
I thought we
are
would just do it
already
the
in
whole time. I'll just pump it up.
Yeah.
I'll pump it up throughout. Like when I
Okay.
get excited, I'll turn the music up.
Oh, I love
Okay.
it. Okay. So, Amazing Race attraction show is going to be 1.5 hours. That's an hour and a half.
Okay, 90
Okay.
minutes. Got it.
The ride.
No, it's
a show.
Oh, the show.
I have a feeling it might be interactive.
Yes. Okay. I understand.
Audience participation.
It will display for a live audience with commentators as well as random video displays throughout the Dip theme park.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's a whole dip theme park.
Yes,
You
of
guys should've done
course.
that.
Of course. So, we anticipate the demand is going to be so high that you'll want to secure your tickets weeks or even months in advance. The prizes involved are worth it. 10 contestants will randomly be selected one weekend each month based on the ticket entry into the park. So basically, Dip theme park is going to determine, and I was thinking you were a business person.
Yeah.
So I'm pitching this.
Oh,
to you.
clearly I'm a business person.
The slowest week of the month, of course, we would do this in order to...
Right, to boost attendance. Right, because you just want to get them back
exactly.
into the park to spend money. I got you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, so one weekend a month, everybody does this. When purchasing tickets, you just say you're willing to do it or not. So, what makes it a great attraction? We're going to captivate the audience with motivating and captivating music.
Like this?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
captivated.
about to get intense. Exactly. Cue music stuff. I love it. Okay. Then we want to appeal to the senses of our contestants and audience. We want big props. We want fast-paced challenges. We want our Amazing Race theme song and hearing the contestants during the race as well as commentators. Everyone in the live audience is going to be able to participate in the food portion of the Amazing Race.
What is the food? We're getting
Sorry, I
to
got
it.
excited.
We're
You said
getting to it.
food. Okay.
Then, of course, prizes are involved. And then I was also thinking, as far as a smell, Dip Theme Park is already going to have a signature scent that will emit without anyone realizing it. When the Amazing Race is happening, we are going to enhance that smell in some certain way with all natural ingredients.
So,
of
like, all
course.
around the park, you're
Yes.
already getting the
Yes.
scents
You
of the different
literally
areas. And now when
feel
the
it.
race is happening,
Yes.
hold on, when the race is happening,
Yes.
I'm like trying to picture it. I'm like trying to like.
then the smells go up. I love this. I love
Okay.
So everyone else is jealous because they're not in the Amazing Race. Got it.
Exactly. Or they just literally, if you go to the park enough, you would just know that it's happening. Like,
You're like, do I smell
yes.
The race is on.
an
Yes.
amazing race?
Yes, yes.
I think you should have gone last. Just letting you know. Just saying.
No,
You have
this,
2 ideas. You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but like
but he didn't have a
there's
song.
attractions
Yeah.
at normal theme parks.
Cricket's like, I can smell it already.
So we're gonna have Dip golf carts specifically designated for participants of this attraction. And of course, one person needs to be 18 years old, at least 14 years old.
That makes
for
sense.
The
You have to sign a waiver.
Wow, very specific.
We're not trying to get sued
I'm
here.
not kidding.
Okay.
Okay, so there's going to be 5 legs. One team eliminated each leg. So basically what's going to happen is the first leg, they're going to finish assembling a partially built ukulele from recycled materials.
Wow.
Then they have to
very
find...
specific.
Well, it's going to be right there laid out for them.
Okay.
You have to watch The Amazing Race.
Okay, I've never seen The Amazing
seen
Race.
it.
Yes, you finish assembling the ukulele, then you have to find a musician, which will strategically be around the area. They have to play a song. If it's assembled correctly, they get to move to the next leg. So, then they get in their golf cart, go to the next leg. The next one is going to be rock climbing. So they're going to rock climb. Then they have to rappel while unscrambling a word that's going to appear on the ground.
Okay.
So if they get it wrong, they have to go back and do it over, helping other contestants get forward. So then, of course, they go back in their golf cart to go to the next round.
Drones.
Yeah, and you're like, drone, and it comes
Basically.
and lands another
That's a really
shot
good
of
idea.
tequila in your hand.
So now we're getting to the food challenge.
Okay.
So
listening.
basically, the Dip theme park is going to be notorious for their famous beignets. Have you guys had beignets?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Amazing. And of course, they would be at the Dip theme park.
Of course.
So participants will enter a kitchen and learn how to create the dough for the beignets with a chef who only speaks French.
Oh my god. That sounds hard. Wait. That sounds hard.
And then once complete, they have to eat the 5 beignets and then jump into their golf cart to the next leg. Again, people are being eliminated each leg if they're the last person there.
Right.
So then on the 4th leg, you're going to find a giant inflated ball. You're going to use clues to find puzzle pieces to then assemble a globe around this ball.
Cool. It's a 3D puzzle.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yes.
I've done one of those before. It was a cottage, though, down Globe. Long time ago.
All right, final leg. Basically, these people have to... Okay, so one of the team members has to be blindfolded.
Mm-hmm.
The other one has to tell the other one where to push the ball to get it to the last area.
Okay, so it's just about communication. It's a team building exercise.
Yes, and hopefully we'll slow one team down over the other to let someone...
And if you
move
lose,
forward.
your family's destroyed forever.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Okay, so I think that's pretty
No,
exciting.
I think that's freaking
You
awesome.
lose, you're banned from the park. So I want to tell you...
Dip theme park is like ruthless.
It is.
It's cutthroat.
That's what makes
Yeah.
it appealing.
I love that. Yeah.
Not in my world, lady. So everyone's a winner. If you're randomly selected, I'm going to go over the prizes really quick.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's talk about prizes.
So last place, you're going to get 5 Amazing Race swag, merchandise, whatever at the Dip theme park store.
Okay. I like that.
So 4th place, you get that, and you get the same number of tickets you originally purchased to be honored for another entry within the year.
That's nice. Yeah.
So 3rd place, same thing, but they actually get it for 2 entries a year.
Okay.
And they get meal tickets for the days that they're there.
Hello, meal ticket.
2nd place, going through the excruciating Amazing Race, will also receive a 2-night stay at the Dip Luxury Hotel in the presidential suite.
Wow. Penthouse. Is there a jacuzzi in it?
Yes. Of course, on the balcony.
Of course there is. Yes.
Infinity pool.
Uh-huh.
All right, 1st place. 1st place gets all of that. Plus, they get to compete with the year's finalists in order to appear on the filmed season of The Amazing Race! Woo! Whoa.
Wow.
I know!
That's for real.
I know!
And I love that there's like a competitive... So it takes like all the thrills that you would expect from a regular theme park and then adds cutthroat competition.
Producing the filmed version. Do you know?
Can I?
CBS.
CBS.
yeah,
Okay.
Amazing
All right.
Race,
All right.
yeah.
A lot of
Okay,
commercials,
yeah.
but I get it.
A lot of commercials. That's
It's that
hilarious.
we pay them to not do commercials during this.
Who's gonna
But
host
we
the
get
show?
paid more for the commercials.
Oh.
I host the show. It's my part.
Steph hosts the show.
I get to host
There's
the show.
one commercial.
The live audience can have cocktails the whole time and enjoy themselves.
Then the drones, and they come
Right.
and deliver them
Detail.
right into your hand.
Right. So, of course, I'm literally obsessed with The Amazing Race, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And clearly.
Nice
The
job,
best.
Sarah. Wow. Sorry, you can hype up your own pitch. Cricket's over here like, I want to play the ukulele. All right, so
Recycled part.
that was first of all, that was I love that you built the attraction into a theme park designed all around us. You know what I mean? You took it to like a completely
it's gonna
different
happen.
level.
I see it.
Yeah,
Where
I
would
could-
it be?
And the
That's what I was
resort.
thinking.
Don't forget the resort.
Yeah, the luxury resort with the yakuza on the balcony.
Key West.
Wow,
Key West.
it's in Key West. I don't feel like there's a lot of land there for this theme park.
Yeah.
But if you're just drinking and playing games, I guess it's fine.
Maybe out near Ave Maria. We can take over.
Everyone wants to go to Ave Maria, but the land's cheap. All right, we have 2 left.
I think the dip theme park could start the robot uprising though.
It really could.
With all these drones.
I should have had a Terminator
There's gonna
soundtrack
have
ready to go.
It's gonna be like an
Yeah.
airport, but for drones, literally.
Right.
Jeff
Oh my
Bezos
gosh,
on
I'm
top of
scared. Okay, so now we have Lauren and Garrett last up. Who wants to go?
it. Go, I guess.
All right, Garrett's going.
So
Okay, do it.
Yeah.
I had 2 before, but then I wrote this one up just because I've been wanting this since I saw the movie.
Okay.
So you know Dino Land USA in
Yes,
Yeah.
drive by
Yes.
all the dinosaurs.
No, it's in Animal Kingdom. The land in
yeah,
Animal
with the
Kingdom.
countdown to
It's like a
extinction.
kiddie,
Gotcha.
like,
It's
area.
very kiddie
But that's
area,
where the
they have a-
countdown to extinction is.
Can I finish?
Yes, I'm sorry.
So dinosaurs there, super cool ride and everything, but the land is really outdated. Like,
Yes,
it's
primeval
not-
world.
It's not anything that has to do with any of the movies or really
Mm-hmm.
any sort of IP or anything like that. So I thought, since there's only one other thing that has to do with Pixar in Animal Kingdom,
The Good
Dino
Dinosaur?
the Good Dino USA.
Wow, interesting.
So
Okay.
dive into the world where the meteor never hit the Earth.
Yes.
Where dinos still roam. Where dinos still roamed.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to farm with Aldo and his family. The little good dinosaur.
Well,
in the
that's
movie.
cute. Yes, you have
Go
like a
on
little
across-
kitty play place.
Go
I
on a
like
cross
that.
country trek with Spot, the little human guy,
Ooh.
and conquer the raging flood that killed Aldo's father in Animal Kingdom's first log boat attraction.
Ooh, I just got the chills. I love a good flume ride.
Wow.
Wow.
Have you guys seen
That's
that movie?
cool.
It's so cute.
It didn't get great reviews, but I think it's good.
I cried when.
But-
Dad.
Oh,
But
stop.
the thing is, it's like
Disney loves a good
They-
parent murder.
Yes.
You know what's
They really
crazy?
do. They have to normalize it. for the
Right.
kids.
That's how a child embarks on an adventure. There's no adventures when you
The
have a parent.
Pixar-
That's true. Yeah, if your parents are taking care of you, then
the Pixar
You're
movie
no
that made
longer
me cry the least so far is Soul. I thought it was great, but it made me cry the
yeah,
least.
I think we could have a whole episode
Just saying.
about how
But it was supposed to be
underwhelmed
so
I was with
emotional.
Soul. But
I
it's
liked
fine.
it.
Can I tell you that I saw yesterday? Side note, what the hell? Onward.
Yes.
Every time I
Yes.
see it, I catch like another detail, and every time it makes me emotional.
It's
Oh,
so
it's so
good.
good.
I
It's so
cried.
good.
I cried.
So
Garrett
good.
has a brother, so like it really hit home for him. The brotherly love.
Well, I feel like I'm brotherly
You don't know this.
to everyone that I know. You know.
No, I like
Yeah.
Onward
Bro,
better.
for sure.
Yeah, bro, faux show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Wow, nice job, Gar. I didn't
you.
see that. Nice.
I just had that one up.
Yeah, I like
Underutilized
But that,
IP.
I've been
like
thinking
it.
that since I went to Dino Land
And
USA
then
for the
since
first
no
time.
one's ever seen The Good Dinosaur except you guys,
No,
it'll bring people.
Well, Zoe loves to act like a little wild boy.
Zoe, yeah, actually,
Yes,
Zoe
Zoe
reminds me
does.
of her,
Zoe
of
does.
him.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would bring people back to Disney Plus. Could they be? Because they'd be like, "What the hell movie is this?"
Yeah, I think
You know?
I think that they need to do it because it looks like a weird dinosaur carnival.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's actually a really good idea. Okay.
Except for the ride.
Lauren, the cool
Claps?
mom, you're up. What? Claps?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't clap. I'm sorry. My
yeah.
my avocado colada is hitting me hard.
So good.
It's getting warm in here. With fresh ground nutmeg, compliments of our friends at Shaker and Spoon. Okay, Alyssa.
She went.
Wait, what?
I know
drones.
the drones. Lauren.
Lauren.
I was looking at you with thinking about Lauren. That's what she said.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Am I getting bypassed?
Yeah. Well, Alyssa gets to go twice. You can't go. All right. Tell us, Lauren, what you see in the future.
So I feel like it's going to be really hard to follow all those ideas, but I did have something slightly fleshed out. Okay, so as a mom going to the theme parks, I'm like, one, Disney is like my absolute favorite, like always will be. And their innovation and like ways of streamlining the park, I thought have always been really cool. And I feel like a lot of other theme parks tend to follow suit, right? Because they're just the Imagineers.
Of course.
So what I don't know if anyone's been to like the little kiddie ride area in the Magic Kingdom recently, but they have like
Are you talking about Fantasyland?
So yeah, it's in Fantasyland, but it's like a special area that's totally geared towards like littler kids, like smaller kids.
Okay.
So it's got the Dumbo Ride, it's got the Barnstormer, and it's got like a few other
Goofy's
things.
Barnstormer.
Love that.
Yeah. It's actually
I don't
really
think I've been
cute,
on
right?
it actually. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, it's fun. Yeah, it's a good one. And short though, but yeah. But that whole area they've totally like made to look like a circus theme. I think based off of like Dumbo.
Yes.
So it's got like
Yes.
the giant popcorn and the peanuts and whatever yada yada. So it's really cute. But anyways, the Dumbo Ride. The last time we went there, I guess with our annual pass, we went there a bunch of times. But they have a playground within the line that when you get like a few minutes into it, you get to take this little timer thing like you get at a restaurant that vibrates when it's your turn to go back like towards the front of the line. So you literally take your little kids and take them to this awesome indoor, super amazing Disney, themed, decked out Dumbo playground. They literally get to run crazy while you sit down and wait instead of them screaming their heads off in line.
Because I don't have kids, but I do have Megan and the producer, and they can't wait in line for more than 10 minutes without being literally ready to kill someone. So the idea that you can distract them with a play place is pretty freaking awesome.
Megan's gotten better at waiting.
I saw it. Yeah, we went with the girls and my friend and her two kids, and I thought it was like a joke when she told me that. I'm like, that can't be real. And she's like, no, there's literally a playground in the Dumbo line, and you go there and then you wait to go back on. I was blown away. The girls loved it. We had a great time. Like, no one was crying waiting. It was awesome. So my inspiration came from that, where if we can do that, why can't we cut the lines on other rides and do other things, like besides just playgrounds to cut the wait time and make everybody happy?
I hate waiting.
So, yeah, who doesn't, right? And especially in Florida, like, ugh. So my inspiration came from that, and it is food-based, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of it being like a playground, how about you get a restaurant-style area that is more of like a make-your-own kind of food. So it could be like a make-your-own kind of dessert or make-your-own lunch or whatever, but like Ratatouille themed.
Yes.
Totally inspired that.
We're there. Wait, hold on, wait. There we go.
Ratatouille.
Yes. I'm like, I love it. So you have like Remy and Linguini and like the whole gang. They can teach you how to like make your own lunch, and you do it yourself, and you have your little buzzer that can tell you when to get back online, whatever. But like, it'll keep the kids engaged. It'll keep the adults engaged.
It'll keep Garrett engaged.
Like, everyone will get
I'm good.
And I feel like it could be like a multi-ride tool. Like, it doesn't have to just be for one ride. It could be for like a whole section of rides. So you just go to this restaurant area, like pay your lunch fee or whatever, but you get your timer for the line, and you get to all not be hangry anymore and have fun with the whole family. So it didn't get fleshed out more than that.
I love that. No, that's perfect.
And you can only go over there if you have the timer.
Right.
So that there's not like everybody else there with you.
And that's so fun, especially like
it's implemented into your Magic Band.
Right. And I feel like Epcot is supposed to be about like learning and experiencing like different arts and different culture. So you can incorporate that if it worked into like any pavilion. But I love that you could do that with Ratatouille, because it was like the point is experimenting with food. I think it sends a great message to the next generation, and then I get to eat whatever Baby Zoe makes, which is perfect.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
So that's actually true. I've made cupcakes with her once before. Yeah, great job.
Cool, Mom.
Nice job. You know what? Give yourselves all a round of applause. Nice. Cricket's like, I'll take what you made. Okay, so now it is my job as me
What is the
to
winner
figure
get,
out.
Respect.
What's first, second, third, fourth, and fifth
RESPECT.
prize?
That's true. Gosh, I guess you get to push the air horn button. That's pretty thrilling, right? So this is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Every single one that I heard made me be like, that's the one.
For a second.
For a second, right. I'm like, wow, everything else sucked. That's perfect. I loved Garrett bringing up some IP that nobody cares about.
I care.
Yeah. And incorporating it into a land that everyone hates. But no, I mean that in the best way.
Oh no, everybody hates Dino Land.
No, because it's like a double negative, now it's a positive. And I would absolutely be excited about going on that flume ride. Because first of all, who doesn't love a flume ride?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially that incorporates the main character's father dying in it.
Who doesn't love a murder and a log ride in a child's theme park?
There needs to be an advisory
Right.
before you get on the ride that says if your father just died, please, you might not want to
Right,
ride.
it's like if you're pregnant or nursing, if you have back problems, or if you had a relative die recently.
A father.
Specifically.
When I wrote the whole thing, I'm like, oh shit, his dad died in that part, didn't he?
And tallest drop in the United States. And then we had Megan, who, while I think practically it wouldn't necessarily fit into the pavilion, and there's rumors of it already happening if you do a simple Google search. I do love that movie so much, and the music, I feel like I could the re-rideability on that would just be endless.
I didn't Google it.
Yeah.
I'm just like imagining
I
it.
know, just, right.
That's
just how in sync you are.
Yeah, but you're thinking
you.
is
Right.
with the Disney creators.
And then there's Lauren, who took the cheap shot of incorporating food and not having to wait in line outside. That's all you could have said. You wouldn't even have to tie in and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. You could have just been like, you can eat and sit here. And I would have been like, done. That's the best attraction. And then Sarah built me a whole theme park. You know what I mean? With
rules and regulations.
With rules, regulations, you build your own ukulele, and golf carts. And I feel like the golf carts could really be multi-purpose.
Yes. Wasn't there a hotel too?
There was a luxury hotel, multiple stories, and the word presidential suite, which I love. But guys, at the end of the day, Alyssa made me an army of drones that can bring me cocktails and food wherever I am in the park. So I feel like Alyssa takes this one.
What?
Yeah, I really do.
I thought about this idea for a long
I really
time.
did not see that coming. So nice job, Alyssa. Would you like to hit the air horn for yourself?
Whoa.
There it is. It doesn't work for you. It's like the drone. It really does it for you. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Just a Podcast in Paradise. We're so happy that you hung out with us today. We would love it if you would subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so we can continue to work hard to make your next Florida vacation the most memorable. You can also follow us on Instagram at Just Take a Dip for daily updates on what's happening around Florida, and check out our YouTube channel, Just a Day in Paradise, for destination ideas, restaurant reviews, unboxing things you might want to take on your next trip, and copycat recipes from some of our favorite places in paradise. We're wishing you a little bit of sunshine wherever you are, and we hope to see you in paradise soon. Say goodbye, all of you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good Dinosaur USA. Do it.
USA, USA, Dinosaur.